Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a very warm welcome to the second biennial EVO Congress. It is so good to see you this morning. I love it. There's big business, small business, medium business, but we are all here to do business, to grow our business. And what's amazing is everyone at the moment has taken a choice to get online, to continue in this different world we're in. My God, there's a lot of people coming in. I keep getting ding dong, ding dong. It's like, oh, is it Amazon? Oh, no, it's not. It's EVO. So
102.
good to see. Sorry?
102.
What?
102.
102. Wow, they came in thick and fast then, didn't they? 102. Folks, today we have three amazing speakers, two one-to-ones, and an opportunity for you to tell us about your business. Before we start, time for a photo, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Jamie is going to have to take multiple photos. So please get in your positions, smile and hold it while Jamie takes some photos. So get some thumbs, get some smiles and hold it.
Okay, so ready. Photo number one. Thank you. Photo number two now. Thank you.
Stay there.
And photo number three. We're still waiting for 62 people to come into the room. Oh gosh, here we go. There's Mark Colburn. Get your gold medal out, mate. There you go. Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed, everyone.
Wow, that was a lot of smiling. That was a lot of smiling. All righty ho, folks. So before we start this morning, Mr. Jamie Breeze, could you please tell us about our amazing sponsors?
Yes, thank you very much indeed. A huge welcome to everyone today. Thank you so much for getting up extra early today. A very special welcome to all our members and our speakers here today. So my name is Jamie, I'm the founder of EVO. We have a message from our sponsors who've made this event possible. They really have. So firstly, EVO Finance are our first sponsor today. They are a whole of market finance intermediaries who support businesses across all sectors and sizes. They help property developers to access the right finance to unlock their projects. With over 2 decades of experience in dealing with complex inquiries, EVO have had some great wins, having helped businesses through the pandemic raise in excess of £4 million, and also property developers get their stalled plans back on track with over £5 million of projects in progress or completed. They're also members, I'm pleased to say, they're proud members, I'm glad about that, of EVO Wales Seren and EVO Sierra. Our second and final sponsor today is DCW Group. They're a professional residential development consultancy business who specialise in land acquisition, land sale and consultancy. They recently launched their development due diligence SaaS platform. In the last 3 months since launch, they are approaching £4 million in revenue, and they are members of EVO Wales Seren and the EVO Sierra groups. Thank you to Dean and thank you for Mark for making today possible. Matt.
Love that. Thank you very much, folks. It's great to see you this morning. Okie dokie. So moving swiftly on this morning, our first speaker is Mr. Andy Marsh, or Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz, that's his Zoom name. It's the funniest thing ever. I was like, what? It's for real. So, ladies and gentlemen, 20 minutes of joy now. James Short will be interviewing. So please, folks, any questions you have, pop them in the chat. The lovely Fanny Snaith will be picking them out. If any questions are put in that you love, please just say, yes, great, fantastic. So basically we can see the popular questions and we'll make sure those are asked. So get your timers ready, kids. Relax and enjoy. Bit of Hot Fuzz. Mr. James Short, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you very much indeed, Matt, and welcome and hello to everybody, and especially Andy Marsh, our guest this morning. As Chief Constable of Avon and Somerset Constabulary since February 2016, you've been described as an inspirational and ethical leader who combines gravitas with humility. Wow, that's quite some accolade. And actually, we're hugely honored to have you here. And I can vouch for you because my wife's Women's Institute, who've heard you speak, were really greatly impressed. So thank you very much for coming along.
Morning, everyone.
I'd like to start really by when you arrived in Avon and Somerset Constabulary, because there'd been 4 predecessors in 4 years, and you came from Hampshire Constabulary as the Chief Constable there. So clearly you had some transformational challenges ahead of you.
Yeah, it was. I was only the 13th chief in Hampshire in 175 years. So becoming the 6th in 4 years was quite a thing in Avon and Somerset. What I needed to do was restore confidence to the staff, the officers, and indeed the community in what was an awful and preventable murder of a man called Bijan Ibrahimi. There was a budget that needed balancing. I had to save £5 million in the 3 months after I started. That was a really important thing. I needed to listen to the workforce. The complete IT infrastructure needed replacing, so I needed to make a confident start with that. I personally issued body-worn video cameras. When I was in Hampshire, I was the first chief in the world to personally issue that technology. And in 3 words, I needed to make the staff and officers proud of what they stood for, confident in being their chief, but earning confidence of the public, and then connected to the communities that they served. And so it was a busy few months, James.
Well, yeah, thank you for that, because clearly, you know, you are an inspirational leader, and you have said that leadership is about creating meaningful purpose and setting a direction for a better future, which is what everybody in this room, the business leaders here, want to do. Can you give some sort of feel for how you went about doing it, or go about doing this?
Well, I think everybody needs to feel a sense of purpose in their work, and that's what I call keeping it real. And there's no better occupational profession than policing for keeping it real. You know, the people join with good and honest intentions to protect the public, to protect victims of crime, and catch criminals. So two little things that I did. I do a weekly vlog or a blog. It's not about me. It's actually about the real business of policing and celebrating the very best of what we do, kindness and caring and inclusion as well. But I also every year, and I'm just coming up to January when I do it, I run an annual roadshow. If you have the privilege of leading with me, and I would never describe myself as an inspirational leader, James, but if you have the privilege of leading, then actually I insist you come along and we talk about where we've been, where we're going, and how we're going to do it. And so I hope that I feel that I have a very personal relationship with everyone in the organization, even though there are 6,000 people.
Well, thank you for that. If I can approach one sort of contentious area that happened just recently, and that was the Black Lives Matter movement, which in particular in Bristol put the police between a rock and a hard place. Can you sort of talk a little bit about the stresses and strains, particularly on the leadership and the decision making that you had there?
So one of the biggest challenges of becoming chief in Avon and Somerset, the force I grew up in, is actually policing Bristol, which is an incredibly edgy city, and we love it for that. When I was chief in Hampshire, I would often reflect, and never knowing that I'd come back here, that you could police Portsmouth and Southampton put together, and they're not as difficult as Bristol, anywhere near as difficult. And it would be disingenuous of me not to recognise there is a gap of trust and confidence that we still need to bridge, particularly with our Black communities. You wouldn't believe how I've seen that relationship come on since 1987 when I joined and policed in Bristol. But I'm very proud of what my officers did in terms of the Black Lives Matter protest and the toppling of the Colston statue. I said so publicly, and my comments were beamed around the world. And I remember saying, "Can you imagine the police in Bristol fighting with protesters who were largely Black over the already damaged statue of a man who was reputed to have made his millions or equivalent millions through slave trading?" And on my watch, that was not going to happen. So if it had, I remain convinced, confident that we would have been dealing with riots and disorder, and we would have set our relationship back to the 80s when I joined. As it happens, I hope that we've taken another step on a very, very long journey where we feel like everyone's policed to all of our communities.
Well, thank you very much for those words, and I'm sure that we all support every act from that particularly difficult time for you. The other thing that, of course, we're all facing is the desperate challenge of COVID and trying to get through that. And particularly with Christmas coming up, again, the police are in a very difficult position with trying to police some of the tiers and the restrictions that we have, which is not always incredibly clear. Can you give us some sort of semblance of how you're particularly dealing with this?
Well, some of how, you asked earlier, how did I turn this situation around in the force? And I remember the day, it was the 17th of March, when my team sat down and I said, this is going to get incredibly serious. We're going to have to work completely differently. So let's start making decisions now. And we started off with some visioning. And the visioning very simply was, at the end of the pandemic, we would say that we were closer to the communities we serve, and we would say that we had a different relationship with our staff and officers. I'll give you lots of public serving and staff serving tells me how that we go about doing that. And actually, one of the things I'm most proud of over the last 5 years is that we've only got 4 values: courage, inclusion, learning, and caring. Actually, feelings of inclusion within the Avon and Somerset Constabulary, like being yourself, when we're best, when we're ourselves, have gone up 30% in the last 3 years. An organisation that cares for you, cares for victims of crime, and cares for the public. So Christmas is going to be. We've had a difficult pandemic, James. If the Goldilocks moment is just right, we will never be just right on how much enforcement we do on COVID restrictions, too much or too little. What we won't be doing is crashing through people's doors and confiscating their Christmas dinners. We only operate with the consent and support of the public because they want us to win. And in significant number, we have one of the highest confidence levels in England and Wales now as a police force. We are an outstanding police force. We need to take our public with us on this really difficult journey through COVID.
Well, thank you for that. Fanny, have we got any questions coming in that you particularly like to raise? You have to unmute yourself.
Apart from David Brassington saying that he can confirm that Andy was really kind when he was arrested, we do have a question from John Lambert, which says, Andy, you mentioned tech and how this helped, but also the word inclusion. He's interested in you expanding on either of those. So maybe you could do that for us.
So we have our vision is to provide outstanding policing for everyone. We will only do that if we combine the best traditions of leadership, which is values-based leadership, caring and inclusion. An organisation that's inclusive is more likely to be innovative. I'm very happy to talk about how we've done that, but there has been an inclusion revolution within Avon and Somerset. Our workforce is far more representative now than it was at every level. But the technology is only probably 20% of the deal, because you can give people the best tech in the world, unless they know how to use it, they won't get the best out of it. And I'll give you an example. When I personally issued the body-worn video, it was significantly in response to citizen journalism, people recording officers with their cameras. And actually, the best super users of body-worn video, like movie producers, they speak their risk assessment, their use of powers, they capture the damage, the injuries, the key verbal comments. But one of the things I'm most proud of is that we are the most digitally driven, data-driven police force in the world. I recently led a conference by Interpol, which 81 countries were represented at, and we've written an automated intelligence handbook for how we should ethically do this in policing. So we have, my force receives over 10 million pieces of data a day. One of the reasons why Bijan Ibrahimi was murdered is that the officers didn't join the dots of risk up, and they were terrified of a blizzard of risk. They were terrified if they got it wrong, they'd be sent to prison. So I've turned the obstacle into the way, and we now have apps that are federated. They absorb all of our data. They are democratized. The whole workforce has applications relevant to what they do. And one of the most telling apps is what we call the digital twin. If you work for me, there is a digital twin of you that tells you everything that you touch. When you switch your camera on, where you are, what incident you're at, how often you update your victims. We have patrol heat maps individually and collectively, that the same as a footballer does on a football pitch. I'm the only chief constable in the country that knows these things about my officers and staff. We're the only ones that use a technology like this. Since we digitally mobilized the whole workforce, person issue laptops, smartphones, body-worn video, we've seen visibility, patrol in public places rise by over 10%. So we've revolutionized our productivity just by giving our employees and officers sight of what they're doing, because they want to do well. They're professionals.
Mm. Do you feel that you have enough resources in terms of personnel? Because that's the other battle. You know, sometimes you say you never see a policeman when you want one. And do you have enough?
Well, we have a great tradition in British policing. We're low on numbers, high in accountability, and routinely unarmed. Thank goodness for that, I'd say, to all of those things. I coordinate international policing for the UK. So in the last few years, I've led missions in Afghanistan, Pakistan, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and I get to see the best of policing, but very often the worst. You'll not meet a police chief anywhere in the world that says they've got enough, James. Don't be daft. Come on, get a grip of yourself. But it's my job to sweat every pound of precious taxpayers' money we get. We have had a tough time in austerity. As a chief constable, I've taken almost 2,500 officers and staff out of the two organisations I've led. I've saved over £150 million of revenue at those two organisations. We had 6 months glimmer of growth. We started growing, and then bloody COVID came along. So doesn't the world keep changing?
Yeah, it does. Go ahead.
Have we got time for another question, James?
Go ahead.
So Kelly asked a question about the number of police officers, which I think you've sort of really covered. But Jane Evans asked, how do you support the mental health and trauma of your officers on an ongoing basis?
Well, that is such a tricky one. When I was chief in Hampshire, I initiated something called the 7-point plan. It was a response to prevent assaults on officers and then treat them like victims if they were assaulted. It's been rolled out nationally and now covers other blue light emergency workers. And I triggered the initiation of the police covenant by the Home Secretary back then was Theresa May, that I asked to do that. It is about to be delivered. How long things take in policing. But I personally chair a health and wellbeing board. If caring is a value, we need to get to outstanding with our people in one piece. And I'm afraid I've seen too many people exposed to the trauma of death and the worst crimes and assaults, and then having to go back to their families and just pretend nothing's happened. So we have something which the Royal Marines use, trauma risk incident management. If someone goes to a really horrible incident, they're offered that. We have an occupational health department. We are just implementing mental health first aiders. I dare say some of you use that. And one of the things I think good leaders do is they're prepared to express their own vulnerabilities. And we all have them, but you know, one of mine is that I had cancer when I was a young man. People thought I was going to die, and I must admit I didn't like being treated like that. And so I think if we're all open, someone asked about inclusion, if we're all open about our vulnerabilities, physical health, mental health, breakdown, do you know what? We all get along a bit better. And if for leaders to accept a vulnerability is actually a way of asking for help. And that's what good leaders do. This organization hasn't succeeded because of me. If it succeeded, and I think it has, it succeeded because I've created an environment where lots of people want to help me by innovating and working hard and doing great work.
Well, thank you very much indeed. Unfortunately, we've come to the end of our time with you, but truly you are an inspirational leader, despite what you might think, and very modest too. So thank you for sharing such wise words. It's been very useful for everybody and will give us inspiration into 2021. Thank you very
James.
much indeed, Chief
My
Constable.
pleasure.
Fantastic. Mr. Hot Fuzz, a round of applause. Excellent news. Well done. All right, guys, that's brilliant. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your 10-second round. I've been trying to do the list. Oh my God, it's impossible to tell who's here because of the letters in front. So I'm going to have to go with it. I have spent 20 minutes. My brain is hurting trying to find people. Absolutely impossible. Jamie, please never do this again, ever in your life, because I can't work out who's here. It's a mare because it's no longer alphabetical. Now,
understood.
Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go down the list. You've got 10 seconds each. 10 seconds. That's it. Very quickly tell us about your business, and at the end you can say what group you're from, but it's 10 seconds. Make sure you know where mute is. And if you go over time, you will be muted. Oh my God, shocking stuff. So the way it's going to work, folks, is good morning everyone. My name is Matt from Recognition Express. I do branded promotional products and corporate clothing for businesses, and I run Genesis. That's it. Say something different. Don't say that because that's ridiculous. But please, folks, 10 seconds. That is it. And I will be keeping an eye on you. And I guarantee there'll be silences because people are not here. So let's start with the people I know are here for now. The lovely Mr. Adam Buckland, and Adrian Edmonds, please. Let's go.
Morning, everybody. Adam Buckland here, Alpha member, regional manager for Reed Recruitment. Personally, I recruit within marketing and creative, but my teams cover everything from engineering, construction, business support, and HR.
Thank you very much. Can I, little hint, folks, get a timer by you. Time yourself, because what you think is 10 is not 10. Adrian Edmonds, and then Alex Alton, please.
Good morning, everyone. Adrian Edmonds here. Passion for saving businesses, helping to save jobs. I'll leave it there.
Beautifully done, sir. Love that. Okay, let's go Alex Alton and then Alison Woodhead, please.
Good morning, everyone. Alex Alton from Alton Wealth Management, Chartered Financial Planner. I help people who don't have the time or expertise to look after their own money. The Sierra Group in Weston.
Very nicely done, sir. Let's go Alison Woodhead and then Sexton, Andrea Sexton. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Alison Woodhead. My business is Client Size, Strategic Marketing, Business Development, Brand Strategy and Client Experience. And Matt, that is a beautiful shirt.
Thanks, babes. I just wore it for you today. It looks like you're Dr. Alison Woodhead. That's incredible. Okay, Sexton and then Anne C.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I run Admire PR. We make our clients famous through media coverage, award entries and strategic partnerships.
Oh, she good. Anne C. And then the lovely Barbara, please.
Good morning, I'm Anne C. I'm partner at My Kind of Life, where we create lifestyle and well-being changes for people globally through the power of healthy living and yoga.
Love that. Thank you. Barbara, and then the smashing Barry Tinton, please.
Hi, I'm Barbara Everapidi, photographer based in Bristol. My company is First Avenue Photography. I focus on PR, portrait and commercial work. I'm at Alpha Group. Thank you.
Love that. Welcome. Barry Tinton and Becky Shaw, please.
Morning, everybody. My name is Barry Tinton. My company is called AM Limited, and I'm a printer. And I do everything I can to make you look good in print.
Beautiful. That's nice. Becky Shaw and then Bob Irwin.
Good morning, all. I'm Becky Shaw. I'm from Sigma. I'm a flavourist, so I develop seasonings and flavours for all types of food. I apply it to the food, eat it, and I source raw materials for clients.
A flavourist. That is like coolest name ever. Love that. Thank you. Bob Irwin and then Charlie Tesloff, please.
Hello, good morning. My name's Bob Irwin. I'm the sales director of Triangle Networks, and I'm going to put a link in the chat. I need you to like the YouTube video so we can get £5,000 for Children's Hospice Southwest.
Love that. Nice work, sir. Charlie Tesloff and then Chris Roberts. I'm not sure Charlie's here. Let's go Chris Roberts and then Chris Collins, 007.
Good morning, Chris Roberts from Cyberta. If there's 150 businesses here today, then 20 of you will be cyber hacked in the next few months. Please give me a call and I'll tell you how to stop it.
Wow, very good, sir. Chris Collins and Claire Black.
Good morning, all. Thanks, Matt. I'm glad you haven't forgot me. Chris Collins here. I'm the business partner of Brace Creative Agency. We specialise in fantastic web design, graphic design, digital marketing from the Delta Group.
Beautifully done, sir. Thank you very much. Let's go Claire Black and then Danny Matthews.
Morning, I'm Claire Black. I'm a breakup and divorce coach. I help individuals handle the emotional rollercoaster of divorce and create new and vibrant lives afterwards. And I'm Alpha.
You are Alpha. Absolutely right. Danny Matthews and Dave Perkins, please.
Good morning, Danny Matthews from Danny & Co. We help you stand out and make you truly different. You can measure confidence in your brand if you visit the website. I'll put a link in the comments, and I'm the leader of Delta.
The leader. Good stuff, sir. Dave Perkins and then David Brassington, alphabetical.
Hello, I am Dave Perkins of Hollow Creative, a cheeky little design studio in Twickenham that punches well above our weight, working in health and well-being. And I am also Alpha, moderately Alpha.
He's such a cheeky beardy boy, isn't he? Love him. Love you, Dave. Dave Brassington, and then David Redding. Let's have a selection of Davids, please.
Dave Brassington, morning everyone. DCB Services, a cheeky little cost management company in Bristol. I help clients save money, get access to funding, and hopefully save a few jobs along the way.
Thank you. A lot of cheeky Daves. Love that. Dave Redding, are you with us, sir? And if not, we'll have David Wise. David Wise.
Hello, David from Wise Coaching. I help disillusioned leaders reconnect with what they love about their job to be more effective at work. And I'm in Genesis Group.
Thank you, sir. Dean Ward, and then the lovely Em Melrose, please.
Morning, everyone. Dean Ward, owner and managing director of DCW Group. We're the sponsors and residential development consultancy specialists. Thank you.
Thank you for sponsoring, sir. Much appreciated. Em Melrose, and then Emma Layton, please.
Bore da, everybody. Em Melrose here from Disimple. So we help people rejoice in their differences using the tool of DISC. And I'm very, very proud to be the co-leader of EVO Wells Saren. Thanks very much, Matt.
Love that. Good to see you. Emma Layton, and then the cheeky Emma Smith.
Morning, Emma Layton from BCR Associates. We work with businesses to control costs and increase profit and reduce risk. I'm a Proteus founder member.
Good to see you. Thank you. Emma Smith, and then Emma Spillane.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Emma Smith from Grace & Co Financial Services, and we're aiming to be the go-to mortgage and protection specialist in Bristol by offering sound advice. And I'm part of Genesis.
You are, my love. Okay, Emma Spillane, and then Evie, please.
Morning, I'm Emma Spillane. I deliver attachment and trauma training and consultancy to schools and other education providers, and I'm a member of Delta.
Good stuff, and shine bright indeed. Love that. I can see the background. That's wicked. Evie, and then Fanny Snaith.
Morning, I'm Evie. I'm the digital lead at Ambitious PR. We're an independent PR agency based in Bristol, and we kind of deal with clients from big corporates to pharmaceutical companies, and I'm part of Alpha.
Thank you. Good to see you. Fanny Snaith and Fenella, please.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Fanny Snaith, certified money coach and also leader of EVO Women. As a money coach, I help people view money as a powerful resource rather than a painful problem.
Nicely done. Fenella, and then Gareth Haynes, please.
Hi, good morning. I'm Fenella Hemus from Above Beyond Coaching and NLP Training. I help leaders master their mindset to supercharge their success in business and life. And I'm also from Alpha.
Good stuff. Thank you. Gareth Hayes. And then he booked in as Gideo, but it's Gideon. Gareth, please.
Hi guys, Gareth from Digital Arc IT Solutions, and basically I just take care of your IT so you can take care of your business. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, Gideo Barker, please, and then Graham Ash.
Morning, everyone. Congress, Gideo here. What do I do? You want happy customers, you want more customers, you want to retain customers, you need to do your research. And if you need to do your research, you need to speak to me. Thank you.
Beautifully done. Like the glasses, sir. Makes you look very intelligent. Excellent. Okay, Graham Ash, and then Graham Featherstone, please.
Yeah, morning everyone, Graham Ash. I'm the ex-MD of Clark's UK and Europe. I'm currently supporting Pneumatic International, Henry Hoover's, with their go-to-market strategy, and I'm a founder member of Sierra Group.
Beautiful stuff. Graham Featherstone and Grant Fagan, please.
Good morning, all. Graham Featherstone, independent financial advisor with Sterling and Law, and I'm a member of Sigma.
Good stuff. Thank you very much. Okay, Grant Fagan, please, and then Helena.
Good morning, everybody. Grant Fagan from Sierra Group. We assist large-scale property developers to raise capital and facilitate forward funding and forward purchasing for property transactions for asset managers. Please connect with me on LinkedIn.
Thank you, sir. Helena, Jareth, and then Ian Walker, please.
I'm Halina Yaroshevska. Leaders choose to come to me to be Halinas so they can achieve outstanding results, bespoke their leadership style, ace their communications. Everyone wants to be in their team. And I'm a founder member of Proteus. And going forward, Matt, you might want to get people to put the letter of their group they belong to at the end of their name.
Yeah, see, we did that, but you'd never see it. It's hidden. I just said don't do it at all. They could just tell us. It's a lot easier. Right, Ian Porter, please, and then Jackie Pinali, please.
Good morning, everybody. Ian Porter from Western College, award-winning college in the UK, 5th largest, supporting our young people and upskilling our people in these tough times, taking them to the next level. Thank you.
Good to see you, sir. Thank you. Sierra. That was my second car. My second car was a Sierra. It was red. Right. Jackie Pingali and James Cridland, please.
Good morning. I'm Jackie Pinali, Pinali Telemarketing. We help clients win new business by appointment making, lead generation, and customer surveys. I'm a Delta member. Thank you.
Beautiful stuff. James Cridland and James Dawes.
Good morning, everyone. I'm James Cridland from Coleridge Wealth Management. We are your go-to goals-based financial planning firm in North Somerset.
Good stuff. James Dawes and James Haynes, all the James.
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, it's James here, Delta Group, Bath. JWD Mortgages, whole of market mortgage advice is me. It's my own business set up to look after people with a personal touch. Get it done. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And quite a rock chair you got. A bit of a rock chair. Love that. Angry. Nice. James Haynes and James Short.
Hello, I'm James and my company is Gecko. We create engaging content to help you generate more leads online. So that's me, James from Gecko, growing your business's potential online with distinct design. Thanks.
Love that. David, Hillman Avenger, £150. What a bargain, sir. James Short and then James Weavers. I can't get enough James.
Thank you very much. James Short from HGKC. We are board level advisors helping you develop a strategy and turn it into a plan that will help you not just survive, but thrive. I'm also leader of Sierra. Do come and visit us anytime. We're a great group. Thank you.
Shameless plug. Unbelievable. James Weaver, and then, believe it or not, Jamie Breeze is going to do 10 seconds. What?
Morning, James Weaver from WPH Healthcare Practice. I'm a health insurance specialist, putting people in hospital quickly, helping you to avoid long NHS wait times. I'm a member of the Sigma Group. Thanks.
Thank you very much. No, it wasn't a Sierra. It was nothing that posh. It wasn't an RS. It was just red with a tape player. Love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please witness this. 10 seconds, Jamie Breeze, and then Jane Evans. Here we go.
Hello. Happy Christmas. Goodbye.
3.36 seconds. You've witnessed an eclipse, folks. That is incredible. It'll never happen again. All right. Thanks, Bob. Okay, let's go. Jane Evans and Jane Geldarts, please.
That set a precedent. Now we know he can actually do it.
I know.
Yeah, all along we never knew, and now we do. Jane Evans, your lasting life change coach. If you wish to have, and why would you not, a stress-free glide into 2021 and beyond, then I would love to talk to you. I use a very powerful technique. We can sort your stress out, free you of your worries, and make 2021 amazing.
Okay, Jamie's extra 7 seconds.
I know, yeah, Nick Jamie seconds. Have you noticed the car chat in chat? All of a sudden you mentioned something like cars. Everyone's like, oh my God, how exciting. Business people talking about cars. Love that. All right. Oh, someone's coming in. Jane Geldar and Jane McDowell, please.
Morning, everyone. My name is Jane Geldar and I'm a celebrant. I design, write and conduct ceremonies for life and death's milestones, so they become real celebrations. I'm from Genesis.
I'm from Genesis. Good stuff. Okay, Jane McDowell and then Jay Rowan there, please.
Good morning, everyone, and festive greetings to you all. I'm Jane McDowell, Bristol's favourite drug-free migraine and headache solution, and I'm from EVO Women and Genesis.
Good to see you. Thank you, Jay. And then Jenny Crane, please.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jay Warada. I'm a designer, artist, and creative director. I specialize in making my clients look beautiful with a meaningful message. I am from EVO Alpha.
And thank you for making an effort with the hat. That is lovely. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, Jenny Crane and then Jeremy Marchant, please.
Good morning, everybody. I'm from EVO Alpha, a new member, and I'm Jenny Crane. I run a business called Yum Nutrition. I'm a nutritional therapist, and I help people to take control of their health through the food that they eat.
Love that. Thank you. Jeremy Marchant and Jill Bowen, please.
Good morning. My name is Jeremy Marchant. I'm from Sierra. I help business people who are struggling.
Oh, right. That's the end. Thank You little tease, nice keyboard in the background, musician, love that. Jill Bowen and then Joe Dickens, please.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name's Jill Bowen. I am a member advisor for the Federation of Small Businesses, the largest non-for-profit organisation in the UK that supports, protects and advises small business owners.
Love that. Thank you. Let's go, please. Joe Dickens and John Dray.
Morning, Joe Dickens, Electro Designs, specialist in bespoke graphic design, print and branding, where your only limit is your imagination. From EVO Wales, Seren.
Oh, very good. Don't say sorry for being from Wales. Don't say sorry.
Not sorry at all.
You're forgiven, sir. Great stuff. Thank you, Joe. John Dray and then Junior Saunders. He's always grumpy.
Good morning, my name's John Dray. I'm the CEO of Cloud Genius. I support charities by helping them manage volunteers, donations and grants through the power of Salesforce. Member of Wales, Seren, which means star.
Which means star. Junie is a star. And then Kelly East, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Junior Saunders from Lupin. We're about to change the world, and to find out how, visit letslupin.com, and there is a nice surprise waiting for you, and I'm from Alpha. And I will hit it in the comments section now.
I was only joking. He's never miserable. He's like super happy. Look at him. Look at that smile. Beautiful. Let's go Kelly East and Kendia, please.
Morning, everybody. I'm Kelly East. I'm the owner and director of the multi-award winning Luna Financial Planning based in Newport. I will be a member of the new group Dragon in the new year.
Love that. Thank you. Okay, Kendia and then Kevin Staples, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kendia Christodoulou, the founder of Kendia Consulting, and I specialise in writing CVs, cover letters and interview preparation. So if anybody's looking for work or knows anyone who needs work and supporting with their documents, give me a shout. Thank you. And I'm an Alpha Group.
Great stuff. All right, I'm ready for a pair of Kevins. Let's go Kevin Staples and Kevin Willis, please.
Good morning, Bore da I bawb. My name is Kevin Staples. I'm a payment sales consultant, which basically means I specialize in getting businesses card machines on e-commerce at superb rates.
Love that. Thank you. Kevin Willis and then Leanne Cope, please.
Morning, I'm Kevin from Total Print Solutions. We're a print management company, so we facilitate all your printer signage through our network of suppliers, and it's my first week on EVO with Delta.
Welcome, sir. And what a baptism of fire, but it's good to see you. Thank you for coming, sir. Leanne Cope and Lisa Holden, please.
Hello, here at Evergreen, we make your workflow simpler and easier by building software systems purely for your business. Leanne here, Leanne Cope at Evergreen, and Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you. That's lush. Okay, Lisa Holden, Louise Cummings, please.
I'm Lisa Holden from Value Virtual Assistant. I'm the value adding assistant that your business needs. I'm also a new member of Proteus Group. It's my first week too. Merry Christmas.
So many new, and thank you to you as well. That's lovely. Folks, if you're not talking, can you please put yourselves on mute? There's a lot of people not on mute. Please mute yourselves unless you're talking. Wicked. Thank you. Louise Cummings and Lucy Cripps, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Louise and the company is The Passionate PA. We provide executive freelance PA services and online business management support to busy business owners, and I'm part of EVO Women.
Thank you very much. Kelly East, I'm sure you've been told this before, you remind me of Mr. Poppy from Nativity. Oh my God, I'm quite happy. Mr. Poppy's awesome. He's misunderstood. If you haven't seen Nativity, watch it. It's lovely. Thank you for that. That was a private message, but I blurted out. Right, okay, let's go Lucy Cripps and Lucy Duggan, please.
Thanks for sharing. Hi, I'm Lucy Cripps from Team Alpha. Yay. Corporate writer, editor and proofreader with a soft spot for SMEs in Bristol and across the UK. I've created the Write Your Own Website course that teaches SMEs to make website words fabulous.
Fabulous. Good stuff. Thank you very much. Okay, Lucy Duggan. And
Lucy
then
Duggan from Alpha. I am a mental health and resilience promotion specialist working in workplaces and community settings, and it's a social enterprise by.
Thank you very much. That was lovely. Maria Newman and then Mark Colburn, please.
Morning, everybody. My name's Maria Newman, otherwise known as Mummy on a Break. I help busy working mums who are struggling to get out of bed every morning to live with purpose, passion and happiness, and I'm from EVO Women.
Love that. Thank you. Mark Colburn. And then we have a plethora of Marks because they always like to come together. Mark Colburn, Mark Dolman, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mark Colburn, MBE, Paralympic cycling champion, international speaker and coach and ambassador, proud ambassador of EVO, actually the new founder of DigiMonkeys. We create off-the-wall websites at affordable prices for everyone. In other words, we create, we educate, we support. Thank you.
MBE, but 20 seconds, Mark, you naughty boy. Back of my hand. Unbelievable. Let's go. Mark Dolman, Mark Flower.
Hi, wasn't the last Mark impressive? This one, not so much. Mark Dolman, photographer. I help businesses get noticed, and one of my real killer ninja moves is actually optimizing the actual image to make sure they get found online.
Thank you. Mark Flower, and then I'm going to cock it all up. Joe Hayward. Confusing. Mr. Flower, is that you buzzing or? Okay, we're going to come back to Mark Flower. He's clearly got some technical issues. Let's go Joe Hayward, please, and then Mark Watts.
Hi, everyone. We make videos that get you noticed. A recent campaign of ours got over 2 million impressions for our client. So whether it's animation or live action at Skylark Media, we help brands fly higher. So get in touch and happy Christmas.
Good, thank you. Happy Christmas. Mark Watts and Martin Preston, please.
Good morning, everyone. Mark Watts here from EVO Finance, sponsor of this morning's event and member of EVO Wales. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And lovely chipboard. Very, very nice chipboard behind you. Love that. Cool. Martin Preston, please. And then Matthew Todd.
Morning, everybody. So Martin Preston, founder of Kingfisher 7 Consulting and also founding member of Proteus. And I help business teams navigate change and maximise their impact.
Thank you, sir. And a beautiful tidy beard there. Very smart. Like that. Merry Christmas. Matthew Todd, and then lovely Mo, please.
Cool. Morning all. My name is Matthew Todd and my business, Fluent Forward, helps service-based business owners productise their services so they can scale and grow with confidence.
Thank you. And look at his wife's collection of monopolies. Over 20 monopolies there. That's amazing. Okay.
22.
22. Love that. Mo, and then Michael Murray, please.
Good morning. I'm Mo from Production People. We're specialist audiovisual suppliers supporting conferences, exhibitions, live events, providing audiovisual hire and audiovisual installation.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm from the Genesis Group.
Thank
butting
you.
in there.
Shush. Stop it, no one. Ooh, unbelievable. Right. Okay, let's go. Michael Murray and then Michelle Ward, please.
Morning all, Michael Murray here from Dispute Assist, helping you prevent and deal with all sorts of financial disputes. And right now I'm offering everyone in EVO a special Christmas offer of a free review of your standard terms of business for anyone in EVO. Get in contact if you're interested. And I'm a member of Genesis and also EVO Wales Serin.
Thank you, sir. And loving the hat. Thanks for making an effort. Great stuff. Okay, Michelle Ward and then Neil Brown, please.
I'm Michelle Ward of Indelible IP, and I'm a chartered trademark attorney, which basically means that I specialise in protecting your unique business brand identity and dealing with those who dare to copy. And I'm from EVO Wales 7.
Good stuff. Thank you, Neil Brown, and then lovely Nick Hems.
Yes, good morning all. Neil from Design and Crafted Interiors here. We provide bespoke joinery and carpentry services within the domestic and commercial environments, and I'm a member of the force that is Delta.
The force that is Delta. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, Nick Hems and Nikki Maidment, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Nick Hems. I'm a men's personal stylist and image coach. I help men improve their confidence, desirability and performance through my first impressions program, both personally and professionally, and I am Alpha.
Thank you. Improving desirability. Oh, that's nice. I love that. Okay, Nikki Maidment and Nigel Brown, please.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Nikki Maidment, Purple Minds. I help people work through traumas, phobias, anxiety, and all things emotional. It's not counselling, it's NLP. So change is really fast. If you want that, come talk to me. That's Nikki Maidment, Purple Minds, and I'm from Genesis.
Thank you. Like your baubles. Mo, you can't shout out and not be on mute, sir. Mute yourself. For God's sake. Unbelievable. Right, let's go Nigel Brown and Nigel Pake as in cake.
Good morning all, Nigel Brown from UK Business Mentoring, and I use 35 years of very real life business experience to help business owners on the journey from where they are to where they actually want to be.
Thank you, sir. Nice. Cakey Pake and then Nikki Matiasic, please.
Nigel Pake, N3 Display Graphics, founder member of Genesis. We produce large format displays, graphics and signage for inside and outside of your building to get you found and make you look good.
Thank you very much. Okay, Kelly, I won't. Love you. Right, Nikki and then Paris Troy, please.
Morning, everyone. Merry Christmas. Nikki Matiasic, business buddy and accountability coach, helping business owners with strategy, action and accountability, giving them a kick up the bum so that they achieve the goals that they want to. And I'm a member of Sigma. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Lovely stuff. Paris Troy and then Paul Moore.
Matt, thank you. Hi, everyone. Paris Troy here, radio presenter, event host and compere for face-to-face and online virtual events, and a fitness instructor as well, focusing on workplace health. I'm a co-leader of Sigma.
And you're very good. Thank you much. Paul Smith. Oh my God, is it the one and only? Paul Smith and then Philippa Haynes, please.
Morning, everyone. Paul Moore from Winston's Wish. We're a charity supporting children who've been bereaved of a parent or sibling across the UK. I'll pop a link in the chat to tell you more, and I'm in Wales, Suren.
Good to see you. Paul Smith and then Philippa Haynes, please.
We provide outbound lead generation services, enabling growth through intelligent conversation. That's me, Paul Smith, lead retriever, and I'm a member of Sigma.
Love that. Thank you, sir. Philippa Haynes and then Rob Baker, please.
Good morning, everybody. Philippa Haynes from Insight 101. We are a brand and marketing consultancy. And in the new year, we are launching a new program called Ignite by Insight 101, taking you from marketing zero to hero. So if you'd like to know more, I shall put a link in the chat. Thank you very much. Oh, and I'm Sierra.
Good stuff. Thank you. Rob Baker and then Roger Green, please.
Morning all, Rob Baker, Avon HR. I provide HR services, particularly to SMEs, but also strategic projects to larger organisations. And I'm Wales 7. Thank you.
I was going to say, definitely Welsh, sir. Definitely Welsh. Good to see you this morning. All right, Roger Green and then Ruth Bruce, please.
Roger Green, the car finder, and I bloody hate Christmas. So if you want to cheer me up, buy a new car before Christmas so you can say you've been Rogered.
And on that note, let's end the meeting. Let's all go home. Thank you very much, Roger. Good to see you. Okay, Ruth Bruce and then Sam Bisgrove, please.
Hi, I'm Ruth Bruce. I'm a virtual assistant, kind of like a freelance PA, and I'm a data nerd with a background of project administration, and I have a passion in numbers that helps you fulfill your passion. Thank you.
Beautiful. Let's go Sam Bisgrove, and then we're going to go back and see if Mark Flower is no longer buzzing.
Thanks, Matt. Good morning, everyone. So I'm Sam Bisgrove from Proactive People Recruitment. We're an independent Bristol-based recruitment agency that is multi-sector and covers nationally. I'm from Genesis.
Thank you. Right, let's hear the static. That is Mark Flower, please. He's still there. There he is. He's electric, that man. Okay, let's go, please. Sarah Brooks and Sharon Critchlow, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah Brooks. I work at EVO alongside Jamie Breeze. We have lots of good stuff in store for you in the EVO network, and we look forward to taking 2021 by the scruff of its neck and expanding this lovely network. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you. Mark Flower, could you type your 10 seconds into chat, please, sir? Because otherwise we're never going to know who you are, and you've got such a smashing name.
Matt, would you mind, as a special close to our hearts, if I advocate for Mark Flower in his inability to use the mic? Can I say something on behalf of Mark? Mark Flower is the senior head of fundraising at Western Hospice Care and is a member of the EVO Sierra Group. They're based in Weston-super-Mare and delivering end-of-life care to a number of inpatients and to the community at large in North Somerset.
Thank you very much. Folks, I haven't missed anyone on purpose. It's just it was impossible to do the list to get all the names. So let's go Sharon Critchlow and then Richard Greenall, please.
Hello, I'm Sharon Critchlow. I'm from Discover Your Bounce, and we are everything wellbeing and inspiration, and also publishing. Do you have a book in you? Then we can help you to get that book out. Thank you.
Do you have a book in you? Nice. Okay, Richard Greenall, please, and then Simon Boss.
Morning all, Richard Greenhouse from The Business Therapist. We help small business owners grow their businesses and keep their sanity while they do it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good to see Simon Boss, Simon Jones.
Morning, my agency GravityWell helps startups and established businesses build apps, e-commerce, artificial intelligence, and other kinds of bespoke software systems. I'm from Genesis.
Whoa, fantastic. Thank you. Simon Jones, Simon Shuker, please.
Morning, everyone. Simon Jones here, Chartered Financial Planner with Unividual Limited. I help clients achieve peace of mind through bespoke lifetime financial planning. I'm from Alpha.
Thank you, sir. Lovely to see you, mate. Okay, Simon Shuker and then Stephen Davis, please.
Good morning, everyone. Simon Shuker from Hafner-Nusk Associates. We specialise in R&D tax claims for all businesses, particularly construction and particularly manufacturing. Give me a shout. Thank you very much.
A nice jumper, sir. Thank you. I love that. Okay, Stephen Davis and Steve Harris, bass player from Iron Maiden. Nice.
Good morning, everyone. Stephen Davis here from Penderyn Distillery in Wales. We make Penderyn single malt whiskey, Brecon gin, Siddiqui rums, and all the sorts of things you want to think about this time in the morning.
Wow, love that. There's a couple of people going, yeah, put me down for that.
My
Nice.
husband keeps you in business over Christmas.
Oh,
that's very
nice.
kind.
Love that. Okay, Steve Harris and the lovely Sue Shillabere, please.
Hi everyone, Steve Harris. You stole my thunder. Not a member of Iron Maiden, but I am a member of Sierra, and I'm an owner of Move Ahead Media, a Google Premier Partner digital marketing company.
Love that.
Thanks
Oh,
very
mate,
much.
sorry, I was so excited. As a bass player, I was like, oh my God, that's really cool. I apologize, mate. Lovely to see you. Sue Shillabere and then Sanjay Singh, please.
Good morning, everyone. Sue Shillabere, Western Chamber of Commerce, encouraging business growth and supporting people through these difficult times.
Lovely to see you. That's a lot of books behind you. Is that real? That's fake, isn't it? I know, you sneak. Right, love that. Good to see you. Sanjay and Susan McKay, please.
Good morning, everyone. So we helped one of our clients double their sales in a week. We helped another one to triple their inquiries. We helped another one to double their click-through rate. We helped another one to generate 1,000 unique website visitors. And we helped another one to get a full return on investment within 24 hours. We are a video strategy company that makes videos that make you money. I'm Sanjay from Life Media UK, and I'm the group leader for Alpha.
He is, and he's got his lunch on the table. That's nice. Susan McKay texted me last night. She said, I've been practicing for 10 seconds. The dog's going mad. Susan, and then Susie Perry, please.
Good morning, everybody. So my name's Susan Mackay. I'm the owner of Aspire PA Services. So I'm a personal assistant and I help businesses with their sales support and admin. And I'm a Genesis member with Sir Matt. Yes.
Sir Matt, I like him. He sounds all right. Bit of an idiot, but he's all right. Okay. Susie Perry and then Mr. Tim Johnson, please.
Morning, everyone. Susie Perry from It's Easy Websites. We're a small, friendly team helping you create an agency quality website, but without the attached price tag. Would be great to connect on LinkedIn to everyone. Have a great morning and enjoy the rest of the meeting.
Thank you so much. Good to see you. Tim Johnson, please. And then Toby Hawkins.
Good morning, everyone. It's Tim Johnson. I partner with Maverick entrepreneurs to make things happen at scale. Founder and member of Sigma Group.
Beautiful. Toby Hawkins and Tracy Carter, please.
Good morning, everybody. Toby Hawkins from YTKO. We are your friendly, local, fully funded entrepreneurial support program, helping you start up, grow and build resilience in your business, all completely for free. If you are in Bristol, get in touch. Thank you.
Thank you, Toby. Tracy Carter and Vicky Burston Yates, please.
Morning, everyone. Tracy Carter from Succeed in Life. I use my business skills of setting up and running a £40 million company by working with small businesses to help them put in place the support and the systems that they need to grow their business. Sierra Group.
Thank you so much. Vicky Burston and then Vicky Gardner, please.
Florida, good morning. My name's Vicky. I'm from Careers Wales. I work with businesses such as yourselves to inspire young people into the world of work, and I'm from Wales, Seren. Nadola Clowen.
Oh, wow, that was nice. And I like your hat. Thank you for making an effort, Festival. Love that. Vicky Gardner, Vicky Henderson, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Vicky from ZBA Events Consultancy, and we help our clients to ignite their thinking, conversations, relationships, and action through inspiring events, whether they are online, whether they're hybrid, or whether they're live. And I'm co-leader of Proteus Group.
Co-leader, very posh, love that. Vicky Henderson, Vicky Ismail, please. Vicky Henderson, are you with us? Okay, Vicky Ismail, please. And then Yaka.
Hello everyone, it's Wendy Ismail, and I am, that's okay, no worries. I have the Travel Bug, where we recruit, train and support travel home workers to build their business online, and I'm a member of Wales Seren Group.
Thank you, Wendy. Sorry, my eyes are going funny. There's so many names, they're all the same. I do apologise. Yaka's certainly not the same. And then Zoe O'Neill, they're different.
Good morning, Merry Christmas. So 80% of businesses will go bust in their first year. Get in touch. We'll definitely you'll be on track with us to kind of get your cash flow up scratch. So that's Yarka from Stepping Stones Accountancy.
Thank you, Yaka. Zoe O'Neill, and then Mr. Peter Wall, please.
Morning, everybody. My name's Zoe O'Neill, and I'm the founder of Soto Digital. We're a creative team of specialist WordPress developers, and I am a member of Genesis.
Yes, you are. Good intelligence. Love that. Fantastic. Okay, Peter Wall, and then Alison Edgar, please. We will come back. No worries. Alison Edgar and Roger Proctor, please.
Good morning, everyone. If you don't sell, you don't have a business. So I speak about sales. I wrote a book about sales. I teach sales. I love sales. I've also been given an MBE on the Queen's Birthday Honours List for the work that I do in entrepreneurship and business. So I must be quite good if the Queen says so.
Ooh, love that. Drop the name. Thank you. Roger Proctor and Andy Marsh, please.
Hi, I'm Roger Proctor from Procter & Stevenson. We're an international creative and digital marketing lead generation and brand building company. We specialize in B2B, and return on investment lies at the heart of everything that we do.
Beautiful. Thank you, sir. Andy Marsh and Leslie Uzen, please. Andy Marsh, sir, are you with us still? Okay, let's come on, please, to Leslie Uzen.
Hi, everyone. Leslie Uzan, Head of Alternative Investments at St James's Place, and I'm excited to be one of the speakers later.
And we are too. Fantastic. Mr. Mark Wright, 10 seconds of you, sir.
I wasn't expecting to do one of these, but good morning, everyone. This is my 5th time being invited by Jamie to speak. I've never been invited to speak 5 times anyway, so I've had to come up with something good. My name is Mark Wright, not like the guy from The Only Way is Essex. I'm twice as handsome and 10 times as rich. I specialise in getting people leads who want to increase their sales, and I do so through digital marketing at my world famous one and only Business with Lord Sugar, Climb Online. Thanks for having me back.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, now this is time to mop up the people I've missed. Be ready. If you haven't spoke, be ready on mute. Adam Brooks or Adam Rook, are you here? Bill Stock or Bryony Roberts, please. Claire Tregoning, David Merrifield, Dave Redding, Giles Watkins. Giles, you're there.
I'm there. Good morning, everyone. I'm Giles from Delta, and I specialize with my colleagues in Tinderbox in helping SMEs survive, not just survive, but actually thrive. I also wrote a book about sleep, so anyone wants to talk about sleep, I'm happy to come and talk to you and coach you on the important subject.
Love that. Thank you. Ingrid Schmeckel, Jason Nichols. Okay, let's now go. Jeremy Townsend, Joe Sevier. Righty-ho. John Lambert and Jonathan Atkinson.
Morning all, John Lambert. I head up Barclays Business for Wales. Typically that is looking after businesses between about 400k and 6.5 million, and I'm part of the EVO Wales group.
Thank you, sir. Great to see you. Jude Levy and Katie Moss. Ken Abbott, Kim Jones. Kirsty Tyler, Mark Terrell. This is like bingo, isn't it?
Morning, everyone. Mark Terrell from the Reluctant Leader Academy, helping business owners transition from the technical lead of their business to the people lead, and I from the Sigma group.
Good to see you, House. Someone's got it. Brilliant. Martin Lax, Mel BB Clark. Michael Trigg or Neslian? Ooh. Okay, Paul Archer, Phil Emanuel. Robin Coulting, Russ Gimmett.
I'm here. I'm Russ from Optimizing IT, helping businesses the size of 50 to 300 users move to the cloud and migrate to the modern workplace, part of the Sigma group.
Thank you, sir. Sam Perry and Sean Bridden. Tara Clist and Tim Fowler. Tony Dowling and Wendy. Zoe James. Okay. The special people, Martin Roberts, Ian Workman or Ajif.
Hi, it's Ian Workman. Good to see you all. So Ian Workman, I'm Managing Director for Barclays Business Banking. So I'm responsible for our relationship managers across the UK that work with SMEs. Morning, everyone.
Good morning. Lovely to see you. All right, folks, if anyone hasn't spoke, please unmute and talk now. Please, please, please. Right, take it in turns. Go for your life.
Good morning. My name is Mark Trenchard, Sierra Group, a drama therapist from Life Drama Connect, and I help people to explore their COVID-19 journey using story while working outdoors with nature. How powerful is that?
Wicked stuff. And the next, please.
Hi, I'm Claire Walmsley-Moss. I'm Head of Marketing at Planet Mark. We help businesses measure their carbon footprint, engage their community, and shout about their great achievements. I'm in the Delta Group.
John, sir.
Yeah, hi. John Mayer, Taxist Accountants, based west of Van Taunton, part of National Franchise. We give value to clients with our pricing, and we keep people's taxes down. I'm also a bass player for the Frogs Rock and Roll Band.
Yes, bass players are cool. Anyone else for any more, folks?
Me.
Billy.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Gilly. Good morning from the Proteus Group. Treedom is our family business, designing and building tree houses and garden offices. These structures are contemporary, adaptable, and sit lightly on the earth. Treedom. Thank you.
They are beautiful. Folks, anyone else at all?
Michelle Michael is with us, mate.
Okay, Michelle Michael, 10 seconds of joy. Tell us all about yourself.
Good morning, everybody. My name's Michelle Michael. I'm from the Grand Pier in Weston-super-Mare. We sell fun experiences for families, but not at the moment because we're in Tier 3.
But your tree on the pier looks absolutely stunning, and I can't wait to have some photos around it.
It does.
Beautiful stuff. Okay, folks. Anyone else at all?
Hi, Dave Wood.
Dave Wood, go for your life, sir.
Just quickly, Dave Wood, I bring the grand title of Vice President of Professional Indemnity at Marsh Commercial, part of Sierra Group, and a merry festive season to one and all. And if you bear with me, I will do the grand opening of day 2 of my Advent calendar.
Love that, sir. Fantastic. Okay, Emma Guthrie.
Sorry, yeah, leaping in there. Hi, so I'm Emma Guthrie. I'm part of the Apprenticeship, Careers and Connections team at Cirencester College, and we're always looking to work with employers who are seeking to grow their talent, perhaps in the form of an apprentice or an industry placement student. We've also just started to deliver the brand new T-level qualification, which is something you're all going to need to know about, but you'll start to notice it on people's CVs moving forward. Thank you.
Emma, lovely to see you. All right. Anyone else? Speak now or forever.
Graham Ash, I think, has joined us as well.
Graham Ash, sir, all yours. 10 seconds.
No, I've done my 10 seconds. I lost connection and then came back, but I have spoken.
I beg your pardon.
I'll have another go.
No, that's enough, Graham. Unbelievable. Jamie, you're so cheeky. Right, anyone else? I think that's it. Folks, thank you very much. That was brilliant. There were so many people, so many amazing businesses, and about 50% festive. So thank you to those who've made an effort. I appreciate it. I am Mr. Christmas, and it is fantastic. So guys, please pop yourselves back on mute. And now our second speaker, Mr. Mark Wright. He of the chap who's very close to the camera, so you can see his handsome good looks really close. Lovely smile as well. Nice teeth. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Paris Troy will be interviewing Mark. So 20 minutes, chaps. Make sure you get some questions in the chat. And please, folks, please, if you can, don't leave, because it really cocks up all the meeting rooms and stuff, I would ask you very kindly to stay till the end. I do know one person that has to leave early, and if you have to leave early, please message Jamie privately, because Jamie's doing the tech, not me. I'm just a monkey with a shirt on.
I'm building the first mastermind session from now, so please don't drop out. Thank you.
Good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, Paris Troy, Mark Wright, let's do this.
Yeah, Matt, thanks very much. So I'm interviewing someone who's looks like something out of a boy band, and you got me, Harry Potter. So that's a great start. Listen, you've heard from him in his 10-second intro. He's quite a shy guy, Mark. He needs a bit of coaxing. So we're going to go easy on him. Having spoken briefly to him in the week, he's very keen to answer as many questions as possible. Really wants to make this interactive. So please fill that chat with your questions. The bonus for you is that you hear less nattering from me. He is the creator and leader of Climb Online, a leading global digital marketing service. He tamed the Lord by winning The Apprentice. He's also one of the few people on YouTube to have a video montage of his cold sweats and coughs, which is brilliant. I'll come back to it later. Good morning, Mr. Mark Wright.
Good morning. What an introduction. I mean, getting called handsome is the way to get me on a Zoom call to do this. So that is really good stuff. You can have me back a sixth time if you keep that up.
Hey, all your Christmases in one go right here, Mark. Hey, listen, it's great to have you along. I wonder if I could ask first for a little bit of travel advice from you. I'm thinking of going to Australia one day in my life, and I'd like to visit a little town called Armidale.
Yeah.
And I'd like you to briefly tell me a little bit about Armidale, if possible, Mark.
You've done your research, my boy. You even pronounced Armidale correctly. Well, as you can tell by my charming, deep voice this morning bellowing through your microphone, I'm not from this country. I'm from the one that's far better at cricket and rugby. And it's a place called Australia. They won't let you in right now because they won't even let me in right now. But I'm from a small town called Armidale, where my mum is a local hairdresser there. My dad is a local car garage mechanic. And that's what led to your truly being obsessed with business. I think that, you know, all children are products of their environment. And we sat around the dinner table at night every evening, and the conversation was not about university. It wasn't about being an employee. It was, how do we pay the wages this week? Is this person good? Should we hire this person? Should we fire that person? And I became almost accidentally obsessed with business. My parents went through a really hard time when I was growing up. We had absolutely no money, and it had a really deep impact on me. I used to hear them struggling through running their small businesses and not being able to pay the bills, and the stress that I saw in them. I got obsessed and addicted to being successful at business because I wanted to cure their financial woes. I thought, it's fine, when I get old, I'm just going to get so rich and successful, I can help my parents' businesses. And that's what led to me down this path. And I've never stopped since I was about 8 years old.
Wow, Mark, I love that story. The reason I asked about Armidale, because I'm intrigued as to the where and the why people are from, both literally and symbolically. And you had an interesting childhood. You've talked about how at school you didn't sort of fit in as well as other kids. You suffered a little bit from dyslexia. You didn't do very well at school. And is that what drove you as well to kind of make this, to overcome those barriers and achieve what you've achieved and the success that you have?
Well, I've known two things in my life for sure. And one, when I was a kid, I knew I was going to be successful, and I just didn't know what in. I knew I was going to be something. I knew I was going to be someone. And I think we all have something like that burning inside of us. And we all know we're meant for something, but most people just stop searching too quickly. But I knew that the two things I've known in my life, that I would be something and make something of my life. And the day that I walked into Tottenham Court Road to try it for The Apprentice when there were 75,000 other people, I knew I would win. And they're the only two things I've ever known for sure in my life. And there's things that happen in life where you just are sure this opportunity is for you. And there's times in life you know something isn't for you. But I knew growing up at school, yes, I was dyslexic. Yes, I didn't pass any of my grades at school, but it never fazed me. I do wish I tried harder at school and applied myself more, because I'm not a silly chap. I think I'm quite clever, but I didn't apply myself properly. I didn't give it the effort it required. And I didn't do very well. I've since made up for that because I gave myself a talking to, but I started off 18 years old, no school education, couldn't get into university because I didn't graduate with the correct grades from school. And I was kind of out on the street, and I thought I would make it as a professional football player, and it turned out I wasn't that good at football. So that was a problem. So I ended up a bit lost. And that's what led me sort of down this crazy path of trying different jobs. And what I have found, both in the people I've hired over the years, but also my own journey, is a lot of people are in a workplace or in a job, they're in employment, and they're looking at the clock looking for 5 o'clock. That means you're in the wrong job. As far as I know, we get one spin round at this thing called life. And if you are looking at the clock to see if it's 5 p.m. so you can knock off, you're in the wrong job. How I got to where I am today was viciously going through different jobs, going through different industries until I found the one that, one, I was good at, two, I enjoyed doing, and the one that didn't feel like working. And once I found that, boy, did I start to make some money and enjoy myself. And I think a lot of people just they just stay in that one thing that's wrong for them for far too long without trying lots of different things when they're young.
You mentioned there working hard. You wished you'd worked harder at school, but you've made up for it now. And that's something that comes through in a lot of what you've said before, is your relentless hard work ethic. You've been honest and said in the past that you've not always been the smartest guy in the room or the one with the most experience, but you've made up for it by your relentless hard work. So is that something that's very, very key to you? And also recognizing that you may have certain weaknesses, you may not be the smartest person in the room, recognizing what they are and then working on those, that's also important to you as well.
There's two things I understood really early on. Well, hard work is essential, and we all know that. It's easy to know something. The different thing is implementing it. 1% of human adults set goals. 1%. 1% of adults have goals and write those goals down. They're responsible for 85% of the wealth. 1% of people control 85% of the wealth, and they have goals. Every successful person I've met writes their goals down. They study their goals. They study and meditate about what they want. They understand where they're going and what they want, and they work really hard to get it. A lot of people have asked me when I've done talks or podcasts or things like this, if I've read The Secret or watched The Secret and what my thoughts are on The Secret. I believe that you must think positively and you must manifest what you want out of life. But if you're not prepared to work relentlessly hard and really push yourself and everyone around you to get to your goals, there's no good thinking you're going to get it without working towards it. And the other thing that I believe is getting lost in business owners and entrepreneurs and people who lead companies today is toughness. The reason I am where I am right now is I'm tough. And I know I'm tough. I know if I go into a negotiation with you, you will lose. I'm confident in my ability and I'm sharp with a negotiation, and I will not stop. I will outwork you and I will outpush you to a place of uncomfortability. And right now, everyone's uncomfortable. And in the last 6 months, I've made more money than ever while everyone's sitting at home on furlough and doing all this stuff and saying how bad the world is. And I am cleaning up like a bloody Hoover out there. There's businesses for sale that are 50% undervalued. There's properties for sale everywhere. It's unbelievable. But people are so weak. The weakness is unbelievable, and I'm loving life because it's tough. And on the first day I worked for Lord Sugar, his aide got me aside and said the key to success in business is having a thick rhinoceros skin. He said, because it is hard out there, and the harder you get, the more you will succeed. And in this sort of life, that 2020, where everyone, you can't say this and you can't say this, and you offend the whole room if you don't, say man or women or whatever it is, this is the time that if you can get a bit of toughness, if you can work hard, you will beat everyone else.
Amazing. That is very inspiring, Mark. We're going to come to some questions in a second. I know Fanny is looking at the questions at the moment, but you mentioned Lord Sugar. We've got to talk about the experience of working with Lord Sugar. I alluded to the cough/cold sweats video montage, which I think is brilliant. But tell us about the experience of working with him and for him, and the lessons that you've learned from him.
Well, it's really interesting because it's not what I've learned so much from what he's said to me. The things I've learned the most from him are from watching him. We worked in the same office for 3 years. I have worked with him closely this is my 7th year working with him. And I think good leaders, good mentors, great people, you don't learn by what they say, you learn from watching them. And what I've learned from Lord Sugar is his consistency. He is on those emails at 6:30 every morning on the dot from the time I've worked with him for 7 years. He's on at 6:30 and he's off at 9, 10 o'clock at night. If I send him an email now, he will reply within 5 minutes. And that's been no different at any point in our time working together. His work ethic is sickening. And every successful business person I've met, they have this sickening work ethic, but this consistency to their habits. They're creatures of habit. They're very consistent in their workflow, in their work ethic. And no one has got successful overnight. You know, I'm like a 11-year success story. It didn't just happen yesterday. It happened, you know, the first public talk I did, there's 119 people on this Zoom call. The first talk I did, there was 4 people on there. 3 didn't want to be there. Now I do a talk, 1,000 people come, 1,500 people come. That's taken 11 years. But I had to start 10 years, 11 years ago and get those 4, then get it to 10, then get it to 20. And successful people understand there is a journey and you've got to start somewhere. It's like building up followers on social media. People put content out for a little bit and stop doing it when they get 3 or 4 or 5 likes on a post. You have to do it for 18, 20 months to make something viral or start creating the content that people want to see. And it comes back to consistency and habits, work ethic, and really being tough. And that's what I've learned from Lord Sugar, and just the way he, it is really just the way he's consistent in his habits and the level of thinking. When I sit in those meetings, and he talks about, the first time I heard him talk about 30 million pounds, I thought they were talking about 30,000. The way they were talking about the numbers, it was so inspiring to me to talk about that level of money as possible. And once you raise your thinking to that standard and make that the standard that you expect of your employees and of yourself, it's just brilliant. And most of us are just playing so small because we only believe that's the level we're worth playing at. But once you open up your mind and know what's possible, it really is anything.
It sounds like an amazing figure. I got to ask, as a boss, does he do dress down Fridays, Mark? Is he the sort of boss who's going to lead the conga at the Christmas party this year, you know?
Well, we have one Christmas party, which we have lunch with him once a year, all the apprentice winners, and we have lunch with him. It is like a nest of bloody vipers because he sits at the end of the table and asks us how we're all doing. And it's almost like, you know, how big's your penis? How big's mine? Everyone's saying, well, I have 50 employees. Well, I've got 65. Well, my net profit's 1.1 million. And it's all trying to show off to sort of get dad's, you know, approval, so to speak. And it's a pretty vicious environment with the other winners. But we don't so much do a dress down Friday ever. He's very upset when I do dress down. And the first thing I do whenever I go into his office, he hasn't got the memo that you can't tell people how to dress now. He looks you up and down and tells you what he doesn't and does like on your person. But again, it comes back to, if, you know, people want investment, people want money, people want to make an impression in business. The things we talk about most are the strangest things. It's not, you know, this is what you do to make money. It is when you go into a meeting, you dress like this, you shake hands like this, you control the meeting like this. These are the lessons I've learned: how to control a boardroom, how to dress, how to take notes, how to do all of this stuff. And it's the small things. I remember when I made it to the sub-national team in Australia for football, and I went to the training session, and the drill we did for the first hour was the simplest drill I ever did. And I said to the coach, this is ridiculous. We're the league down from the national team, and we're doing this passing drill, you know, 3 meters. He said, the best players do the simplest things perfect every time. And that's what I've picked up about the great business people. They control boardrooms. They dress perfect every day. They're on emails every 5 minutes. You know, just the little things banging at home consistently. And that's what I've taken from him.
Excellent. Well, Mark, I've got 1,000 other questions to ask you, but we're going to devote, I think, the rest of our time, 7 or 8 minutes, to questions. Loads coming in. Fanny is going to take over now and ask some of the questions.
Yeah, hi, Mark. First question we've got is from Vicky, who said, what advice would you give to young people in school about entering into the world of work?
Well, my first advice would be to go and try lots of different things quickly. Don't get into one job and stick at it if you don't like it. Go and try lots of different things. Don't be afraid to work for free if possible. Doing internships, work experience, try lots of different industries that couldn't be more different from one another. I believe if you really want to make money, the industries of cybersecurity, health, anything online right now is absolutely booming. But for a young person, there's so much pressure on young people right now because of the Instagram culture. And our job is to take the pressure off young people, encourage failure, encourage them to try things and encourage them to do what they want to do. Life isn't about money, it's about being happy. And when you're happy, you can make money. So it is just to fail quickly and try lots of different things.
Okay, cool. Question from Jenny Crane. What's your morning routine?
I love this question because you go on Instagram and they will have you think that you've got to get up at 4 in the morning, you've got to do an hour's yoga, you've got to drink a green juice, you've got to look towards the sun and do affirmations. I'm a proponent of the old school. I get out of bed, I have a shower and I go to work. And it's working really well for me. And this is the thing about this whole how to be a successful person monologue that you see online and all of these millionaires on Instagram. I'd like to see their company's house P&L, by the way. It isn't what works for anyone else in life. It's what works for you. Whatever works for you in your routine, you must do. For me, I can't exercise in the morning because I get headaches. So I don't exercise in the morning. If I want to exercise, I exercise in the evening. I prefer to start early and work and exercise in the evening, and I don't do anything else. I enjoy drinking. I enjoy bad stuff as much as I do. I don't cut out any of that stuff. I've figured out a routine that's good for me and that makes me happy and that makes me productive, and I'm all right with that. And that's what you've got to figure out for you.
Okay, I'm going to combine two questions here. One's from Jane McDowell and the other one is actually from me. And it's what motivates you to keep earning more money? And is there enough, a period when there is enough?
Well, I have enough money now, if I'm completely honest, in a non-douchebag way. If I just wanted to live the life that I have now, I've got enough money to do that till I'm about at 260. But it's not about money anymore. It was about money until I started making about 300 grand a year, and then you don't need money anymore. Then it becomes about the size of what you're building. How long is what you're building going to last for after you leave it? That's a really fascinating question. I found the hardest thing to do was build my business up to £1 million turnover. That was really hard. To get to £1 million was really hard. And then they started flying in the door, 4 million, et cetera, and it starts flying up. First was that million was really difficult, and then it goes up. For me now, it's about building something that is really great, that leaves my mark like you've got a Steve Jobs or you've got an Elon Musk. Is to get to that level is a really big jump, and to build something and leave a legacy is so important because money is it's pretty easy to make and it's pretty easy to lose. So forget about that and just focus on what you're building for your customers and what you're giving back to society as a whole.
Okay, cool. So the next question I've got is from the lovely Alison Edgar MBE, who I know you're aware of, and she has said, question for Mark, as lots of apprentice winners are no longer in business with Lord Sugar, what are the reasons some stay and some leave? P.S. What's it like being in the pack with Susan Ma, the most successful contestant? Lol, question mark, question mark.
Oh my God. Well, congratulations on Alison's fantastic award that she just was given by the Queen. Alison is a true example of what's possible when you really dedicate yourself to a specific art, and she's done such a great job, and someone I look up to be honest with you. She's amazing. To stay with Lord Sugar, the easiest thing to do is get on The Apprentice and win it. The hardest thing to do is stay in the mix, because Lord Sugar doesn't stop the interview process after you're the winner. Out of 13 of the winners, there's only, I think it's 4 or 5 of us left with him still, because if you have a year or a period of no performance, he lets you go. We've seen that with Joseph Valente. We've seen that with other apprentice winners where they go and their business doesn't perform and he exit his 50%. Lord Sugar is after success. He's after people that are going to drive his name and brand forward. And you've got to continue to work hard even after you win the show. It was really difficult because when I won The Apprentice, you get well known at the same time you're running your own business for the first time. So you have the pressure of being a public profile, but also running a startup business, which is incredibly hard, as I'm sure a lot of people you know. So, and to answer the question about Susan Mars, she has a business like I've never seen. It's called Tropic Skincare. So right now, Lord Sugar's management, the way he manages people is like this. He constantly tells you in his 17 businesses where you rank, where your business ranks in terms of profits. Right now, I'm number 2, which really upsets me. I don't know if you can tell by my personality, but I'm not a person who deals with being at number 2 very well. Now, the lady who is beating me, she's beating me by about 100 million quid, which is quite a way. So that's what I'm working to beat, and I'll let you know how I'm going on my 7th call when Jamie invites me back.
Fanny, I've got to come in now because we've run out of time, unfortunately. Fanny, thank you so much to everyone for those amazing questions. And Mark, thank you for your honesty, for your inspiration, for your fantastic insights. We really appreciate your time, Mark. Thank you very much for coming along. And for all the lessons that you've taught us. Personally, I'm going to deepen my voice, get some stubble, and have a shower in the morning. That is the lesson that I'm taking from this. Mark, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much for coming along this morning. Or please contact me on LinkedIn. That comes to me directly if you'd like to speak to me after this. Thank you again so much for having me back. And I really wish you all the best in this time and going into 2021.
Mark Wright, everybody. Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you. Cheers. And Matt, back to you.
Thank you, Paris. Thank you, Mark. Great job. Fantastic. There was a million questions, so please ask Mark on Instagram, and then not Instagram, on LinkedIn, and then he won't be able to do his job because he'll be too busy typing and he'll get in trouble. Unbelievable. Right, folks, we now come on to a mastermind group session. Please stay online. The groups have been set. Please don't leave, otherwise you can leave people in the room on their own. The question for this mastermind, and Jamie has sorted it all out, is Mark, that's him, is all about connecting. How have you connected with people in 2020? What is your strategy for 2021? Mark is all about connecting. How have you connected with people in 2020? What is your strategy for 2021? Jamie, are the rooms ready, sir?
They are, yes. There's been connection problems. I'm getting lots of WhatsApp. So there will be some people who are still in the main room, and I'll reallocate you into rooms. So a room which was 5 is now, with Leslie and Stephen, is now 2. But please bear with, and I will sort that out. It's just connection problems, and that's just life, isn't it, on Zoom? Mark, if you are free for the next 10 minutes, please do stick around for the mastermind because we themed it around you. Delight the way I've just put some social pressure on you there. If you have got time, I know you're running a multi-million-pound business as well. Okay, so we're going to open up the rooms. In most cases, they are a 4-way chat. Please make sure it's a 4-way chat. We have got 10 minutes, unlike the normal 15 minutes. We will send some broadcast messages throughout. Please remember that question one more time, please, Matt.
Mark is all about connecting. How have you connected with people in 2020? What is your strategy for 2021?
Enjoy. We'll see you in 10 minutes. And thank you again to our speakers so far. And we'll be welcoming Leslie shortly. Cheers now. 10 minutes time. Bye-bye.
Aren't they handsome? Very nice. Welcome back, Love Muffins. Good to see you. Hopefully you had a good mastermind talking about how you've connected this year and going forward. I think we all agree that connections this year have been very different, but this has been life-changing. This Zoom thing is incredible. The fact we can now to speak to people anywhere in the world instantly is just staggering. So roll on 2021. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Roger Green, we're going to come on to our 3rd speaker. Leslie Uzan is going to be interviewed by the lovely Sarah Brooks. Sarah, 20 minutes, over to you. A round of applause, please, folks.
Thank you, Matt. Wow, we had an amazing mastermind. Hope everyone else did too. So our final speaker this morning is the head of alternative investments at St James's Place. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your virtual hands together for Leslie Uzan. Good morning, Leslie. Now, Leslie manages a team of analysts who monitor over £7 billion of assets under management. Aside from that role, she is passionate about financial education and promoting diversity. She's involved in mentoring and public speaking with the 30% Club and the Diversity Project, and also founded St James's Place Official Professional Women's Network. Recently, Leslie was shortlisted for the Professional Advisor Women in Financial Advice Awards 2020 and is a finalist in the Investment Week's Women in Investment Awards. So a very accomplished lady. Leslie, welcome and thank you for coming along this morning and allowing us to dive into your world for a few minutes. So can I just say that if anyone's got any questions for Leslie, please pop those in the chat. Now, firstly, Leslie, can you just explain a bit about what investment analysts actually do?
Sure. Firstly, morning everyone, and thanks very much for having me on the call today. So as investment analysts, I think put very simply, our roles is to narrow down the investment universe. You know, if you're a client and you want to invest your money, there's so many different fund managers, funds, products. So our role is effectively to select what we think are the best fund managers, bring these fund managers in to, you know, manage our clients' money. And then after we've selected the managers, we want to monitor them. So make sure they're investing the money exactly how we expect them to, and that the funds are performing as well.
So Leslie, who would actually use an alternative investment analyst? Can you tell us a bit more about that? What's alternative about what you do?
Sure, good question. And I think there's not an easy definition of alternative investments. The way I describe it is that it's everything which is non-mainstream investments. So mainstream investments would be bonds and equities, so stocks and bonds. Whereas alternatives is, you know, things which are a little bit different. So for example, investing in property, investing in private equity, which is effectively stocks which aren't listed on a stock exchange, also venture capital. If I sort of pick venture capital as an example, that's effectively investing in small businesses to help them grow and gain in value. And we're, you know, at SJP, for example, we work with, you know, a really large number of UK venture capital, and we oversee thousands of different small to medium businesses. So it does give us a really good oversight of different sectors, different businesses.
And while we're here just understanding things a bit more, you're also a qualified actuary, aren't you? So can you just explain who would actually use an actuary?
Yeah, look, actuaries are, you know, they have quite an important profession, but I feel it's not a very well understood profession. Put very, very simply, actuaries quantify risk. So if I give you a quick example, Sarah, if you go to an insurer, most actuaries actually work for insurance companies. You go to an insurer, you want to take out a car insurance. The insurer needs to know how much to charge you for that. So they'll ask you lots of different questions. You know, what car do you have? How many crashes have you had in the past? And all of that goes into a great big model, which an actuary will have pulled together. And they will be able to quantify the risk and come up with a probability that you might crash your car in the next year. And then the insurer will know exactly what to charge you. And obviously quantifying risk can apply to lots of different sectors. So you do have actuaries in sort of finance as well. And that's where I did start my career at SJP. Is
it still one of the best paid careers? Because I know that when I was at school, they advised me to go into doing that. I wasn't as good as figures as I'm sure you are. And I think Lisa Holden in the chat has also said that she was advised to do the same thing. Is it still really well paid?
You know, it's quite well paid and it's quite good hours as well. So I think the balance of how much you're working versus how much you're earning is quite good. So definitely a good career if you also want a good work-life balance, I would say.
I just want to move on to the pandemic and how you as a company are approaching that. How have you responded to what's been going on in 2020?
Look, I think like many businesses, I think as JP, we had to adapt very quickly. The primary concern was obviously, getting all of our staff working from home. Thankfully, a lot of us were already using tools like Microsoft Teams and Zoom. So that was quite a smooth transition. There were a couple of processes which couldn't be done remotely. So that was a big sort of lesson for us, trying to transition these processes, making sure they could be done remotely. I'd say apart from that, a big focus for us was on client communications. So we were already doing a lot of that, but I think it became even more of a focus over the past couple of months. So staying very visible, showing clients that, we were still there for them. And, we played around with different communication channels as well that we hadn't used before. So, definitely social media. And we also launched a podcast for our advisors. So definitely a big focus on communication.
So obviously in the last few days, we've had, Debenhams and Arcadia, really struggling on the high street. And so many businesses have been impacted around the world. What do you think has been key to businesses being able to weather this storm, and why have some suffered and others been able to weather it?
Look, I think that there's a couple of things that we've seen from the different portfolio companies that we monitor and that are in our client portfolios. I think one of the key things has been, spotting trends and opportunities. Some businesses pre-COVID were quite well positioned, but they still, took this as an opportunity to sort of spot trends and diversify their income stream. So if I give a quick example, one of the portfolio companies is a pasta delivery service. So they didn't have a physical presence, but they realized that there was going to be a lot more of online events. So they decided to also run sort of online cooking classes. So as well as delivering fresh pasta, they would run sort of corporate events or social events with a pasta chef. And that was just a really good way for them to sort of spot that trend, with online events and get that little extra income stream. I think some businesses, just by their nature, were probably not as well positioned pre-COVID. So, those on the high street with a physical footprint. And I think for them, again, it was adapting very quickly to the changing situation. Another example is a small coffee chain. Obviously, they were heavily, big presence on the high streets. And I think they quickly launched a coffee subscription service. They knew they had to sort of look at different income streams. So I think adaptability is really important. And I think probably something to flag as well and mention is that it's not just big businesses which have been resilient. We've seen a lot of resilience from small businesses as well. And I think a lot of it is down to how quickly, they're able to pivot and how agile they are. So there's definitely some strength to being a small business as well, which I think is worth mentioning.
Do you think the high street is doomed? I mean, that you were talking about the physical footprint on the high street. Obviously that is the definition of a lot of the high street. Are we going to see it change dramatically, do you think, in the next decade?
Yeah, I mean, I think so, for sure. It's already been changing a lot over the past couple of years. I think Brits love shopping, so that there will always be, some of us going to the high streets to do that. But I think they will want something else that they can't get online. So I think there's going to be a lot more of a focus on having, experiences if you're a shop, or a lot more of I guess an experience somewhere where you can meet people, try something out, something more than just being able to buy something. So it will definitely have to change. But Mark mentioned the importance of having an online business as well, and a really good online presence, and I think that will be really important alongside that physical footprint.
So looking forward to 2021, What should businesses be aware of if they're looking to grow? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people aren't thinking maybe about that at the moment, but that's obviously an area that you specialise in. So how would you advise businesses to go about that going forward?
Sure. So I'll share a couple of things which some of our venture capital fund managers sort of advise the different businesses that they work with and how they help them grow. One of them is having a really good digital strategy. So I think, you know, if you don't have one, spending the time to develop one. If you do have one, how can you push the boundary a little bit? You know, could you be doing anything else? You know, Andy mentioned that he has a blog and a vlog. Is that something you could consider? How well are you using social media? So I think there's a lot that you can explore and push the boundaries with. I mentioned already around trends and opportunities. So looking at trends and opportunities in your own sector, what are your really successful competitors doing? And how can you sort of use that for your own business? And I would say also another big sort of trend that we're seeing in all sectors is building a responsible business. Definitely, you know, if you were to look for funding, for example, that's definitely something which investors look for. So we spoke a little bit earlier about mental health, inclusion, thinking about, you know, how to make your business environmentally friendly, ethical supply chains. There's so many different ways to look at responsibility depending on what business you have. But I think, you know, spending the time to look at that and, you know, shouting about it if you are doing really great things. I guess the last thing in terms of growing your business is also thinking about potentially, you know, external funding. So that could come in the shape of a business loan or, you know, some investment from an investor like Lord Sugar or a venture capital house. I think a lot of businesses and business owners are quite risk averse, you know, especially when it comes to taking, you know, a large loan. But if you really do spot an opportunity, if you want to diversify your income stream, if you want to venture into a new geography, hire some expertise, you know, you could really have a big return on your, you know, on your investment, on your loan, by you know, taking that step, taking that leap. So I think considering it, if you haven't done it before, it you know, it could really help the growth of your business.
Interesting. I think there's some questions coming in on the chat for you, Leslie. So let me just pass you over to Fanny, who will filter one or two of them out for you.
Hi, Leslie. I've got some questions for you. I've got a fantastic one from Simon Jones, who says, and he's a financial advisor, I have an increase in inquiries about responsible investing, ESG. Do you see a time when it becomes the norm rather than the exception?
Yeah, 100%. I think just speaking, you know, from an SJP perspective, that's now sort of the minimum expectation when we bring on, you know, new fund managers. We ask that question and we expect them, you know, to have thought about it, to have some element of ESG throughout their different investment process, but also to be a responsible business. So we already have sort of set that as the minimum standard for, you know, fund managers to be working with us. So definitely.
Okay, cool. Thank you for that. He also asks, as a white male advisor, what can I do to help champion diversity in an industry that is a little male, pale, and stale?
Yeah, I've had that a lot. I think the main thing is, you know, getting educated around, you know, I think that there's a lot of unconscious biases. And if I just give a quick example around advising women, at SJP, we recently set up an advising women committee, because we realized that perhaps some of our branding, our marketing, our wording might not necessarily appeal as much to women. So I think just, you know, educating yourself on, you know, how how can you really appeal to a wide audience? Could it be the language you're using? Could it be some of your, as simple as some of your marketing materials? So definitely, yeah, playing around with that. And there's a lot of content out there now on providing inclusive financial advice.
Excellent.
Have you got one more quick question, please?
One
Fanny?
more, okay. Okay, here we go. From Michael Murray, what is the appetite for business lending at the moment, and are lenders looking for security in return?
Yeah, I think you're depending on what sort of loan you're looking at. You obviously have some loans which are the government-backed loans. You've got some of the business interruption loans. So if you're considering that, one of our fund managers is actually accredited to give those. So if you did want more information, I can put you in touch. But yeah, I think there is definitely appetite to lend to businesses. Depending on how much you want to borrow and what you want to do with it, you might also be able to borrow without any security. You also have something called venture debt, which is a little bit different to venture equity. It's a whole world out there. But you have these venture capital partners which are willing to also give debt to small businesses rather than taking a stake in your business. They understand that, a small business might not have anything, especially if you're an online business, what sort of asset are you going to give as collateral? So these lenders are very willing to lend out to small businesses without collateral.
Leslie, our time is up. Thank you so much for sharing your insider tips and insights and trend spots. I'm sure you'll be very busy as we go into 2021. Thank you very much and good luck with it all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, folks. Brilliant stuff. Sarah, brilliant. Great. Leslie, thank you very much for being here today. Okay, time for a second mastermind question. And this is a question we asked it Monday at our group, and it's something really lovely. So basically, what's in store for your business in 2021? And what are you looking forward to in general about next year? What's in store for your business and what are you looking forward to in general? And it can be anything, some good news, some hope, could be gigs, could be theatre, who knows? Just have some fun, enjoy each other. Jamie, are the rooms ready?
The rooms are ready. I've built them all. I tried to avoid some crossover people you've just met. It's a bit of a juggle, but we've just about done it, I think. And also a good mixture of the groups. That's why we put these initials for each group in front, so it's easy for me to spot and make sure groups cross-pollinate, which is what EVO Congress is partly about. Thank you so much, Leslie. We've got 9 minutes and 50 seconds for this mastermind. What's the question one more time, please, Matt Richardson?
What's in store for your business in 2021 and what are you looking forward to in general?
Great, we built the rooms and we're good to go. We've got 9 minutes and a bit. Have a great mastermind. Thank you, everyone. See you soon.
And then the vicar walked in and it was incredible.
I love that. That's great. Good old. Right, folks, thank you. For the last bit, I've just relaxed my background to show off my Christmas tree because, we're done. We're chilled now. Thank you. DCW Group, you were there. UMO Finance, you were there, or wherever you were. We really appreciate your sponsorship, folks. What a wonderful meeting. Thank you so much for being here. We had a great breakout. 2021, we just want that to be what 2020 should have been, but without the driving around like nutcases, without all the parking meters and the 6,000 miles a year networking I was doing, just a different world. And the fact that although this hasn't been great this year, my goodness me, it's allowed us to meet people we would never meet in a million years from all sides of the globe. So actually, absolutely superb. Love Zoom, love networking. And thank you so much, folks, for being the intelligent people and still networking and still being out there and still promoting your business. That is essential. And you guys are absolutely the very best in every size of business. We love you to bits. Jamie, a little closing comment about our beautiful sponsors, please.
And if I can do little, but I can certainly do a general thank you. So first and foremost, thank you, everyone. Look, a quick announcement, just what we call planning ahead next year. The last meeting this year will be the Delta meeting on Friday, the 18th of December. And then in the week commencing the 4th of January, we are having a single New Year drop-in meeting for those of you who have got the craving for an EVO meeting. So everyone is welcome. It's at 8 a.m. on Friday the 8th. So that will be the first meeting of the new year, Friday the 8th at 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Obviously, we'll send out an email. What would you expect from me? All members are welcome, and we'll be planning for success. It'll be a slightly different format. Then the groups start back proper on the following Monday, the 11th. There's so many more new and exciting things happening. There's EVO Ultra opening at the end of January. There's EVO Wales Drake starting. There's so much more. And other people are coming up with new ideas for new groups every few weeks at the moment. So very exciting stuff. Again, I wanted to say thank you to our sponsors. They have a message for you, which is very important. Thank you for making this event possible, and you know why. So thank you. EVO Finance are a whole of market finance intermediaries who support businesses across all sectors and sizes. They're property developed, and they help property developers to access the right finance to unlock their projects. With over 2 decades of experience in dealing with complex inquiries, EVO had some great wins, having helped businesses through the pandemic raise in excess of £4 million. And property developers get their stalled plans back on track with over 5 million of projects in progress, all completed. They're also members of Seren and Sierra. DCW Group are a professional residential development consultancy business which specializes in land acquisition, land sale, and consultancy. They have recently launched their development due diligence SaaS platform with 2 A's. In the last 3 months since launch, they are approaching 4 million in revenue. They are members of EVO Wales Seren and Sierra 2. So lastly, what can I say? What a year. What a year. I don't know anybody who has not been impacted in some way, shape, or form. For those of you who know me, I lost my job at 20 years of the Mirror. I can't do my stadium events any longer. So EVO has been the thing that we've been focusing on, and I'm so glad that we have. It's been, personally speaking, it's been wonderful almost every morning to wake up throughout since March and meet all these amazing people, businesses of all shapes and sizes, the positivity, the sense of community. So thank you to each and every one of you, of course. I'm loving the EVO journey, and I can't wait for 2021. So a heartfelt vote of thanks. Look at this. Look at us around us, an incredible array of business people with most of our lives turned upside down in some way, shape, or form. Yet most of us have managed to get here. It's incredible. Here together, an amazing community across Southwest England and now Wales, of course, a growing network of like-minded, let's just leave it at that, because we are. We battled through this impossible year together, and we're certainly stronger together. So it seems funny to say this, but the next Congress we're already planning for, both sponsors are in place. So thank you to Robin Waite and thank you to Adam from Professional Apprenticeships. And that will be, for your diaries, please, the 3rd of June, 2021, next summer. Can you believe it? So please save the date. And then last, but by no means least, thank you to all of the EVO supporters who've attended today, to our amazing group leaders for week in, week out, keeping this community together and growing with such good cheer. Can I have a round of applause, please, for all the group leaders and everything they've done week in, week out. Thank you to our chair today, of course, Matt Richardson. He was the first group leader. He started with EVO 5 years ago, and he's led since that was very first day one. And lastly, but by no means least, and you know this, thank you to each and every one of you for your custom, your kindness, your friendship, your attendance, your support, insights, and referrals. And a very, very, very happy Christmas to you all. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Jamie. Okay, folks, Andy Marsh, Mark Wright, Leslie Uzan, thank you so much. Amazing. Paris Troy, Sarah Brooks, James Short, amazing. Fanny Snaith, amazing. Jamie, thank you for sorting this out. Thank you for making EVO possible. Thank you for bucking the trend in networking. Ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you taking the time. I've had an absolute blast. All I can say is, I hope you have a fantastic Christmas, a wonderful new year, however it will be. We've had 120 people, but my commitment is to end on time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 9:44. Have a fantastic day. Give yourselves a round of applause. At your face. Woo!
Well done, Matt. Awesome. Well done.
Well done, Matt.
Thanks, everybody.
Perfect. Loses nothing. Excellent.
See you later, guys.
Thank you.
Christmas, everyone. Happy Christmas.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.